Hey, joining me now is Kristen Welker from NBC's Meet the Press. Kristen, I got to ask you about the big news here out of Georgia. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene announcing she will step down from Congress in January. And it comes amid this feud with President Trump that really peaked last week before Congress voted to release the Epstein files. How is Washington reacting to their split and to her resignation?
Well, Dan, Washington is responding with stunned surprise. No one saw this coming, even though there was this extraordinary rift between President Trump and Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Remember, it was just about a week ago that he referred to her as a traitor after she was very forceful and pushed him to support releasing all of the Epstein files. President Trump ultimately doing so amid a ton of pressure from his party. The fact that the Epstein files legislation passed with near unanimous support in Congress. But look, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene was critical of President Trump for the past several months on a range of different issues. His focus on foreign policy, his support of handing visas to high-skilled workers. Congresswoman Greene and others in the MAGA base arguing that violates the president's America First foreign policy. Adding to all of this extraordinary scene that unfolded in the Oval Office on Friday, President Trump and Zoran Mamdani, who traded barbs for months, on Friday had a bromance in the Oval Office. The fact that Trump called him a communist, he's not, he's a democratic socialist. Zoran Mamdani called him a fascist. They put all of that aside and really seemed to focus on the areas where they could find common ground, like affordability, like their populist vision for governing. But that split screen infuriated some of President Trump's base as well, saying they were confused about his warm embrace of this person he once referred to as a communist. So the big picture, Dan, I think as we look forward, are we witnessing small cracks forming between President Trump and his MAGA base, or are we witnessing a much larger divide, Dan?
It was interesting, perhaps just as shocking as the split with Congresswoman Greene was that friendly news conference that you referenced there with the New York City mayor-elect. When you spoke exclusively to him afterwards, did he tell you anything more about that meeting?
He gave us a lot more detail about the meeting, Dan, and we were able to speak with him exclusively about all of it, took us behind the scenes, gave us new detail about just how much the president showed him of the White House, and also said, look, their conversation did focus on affordability. It focused on crime and safety in New York. It also focused on immigration. The fact that Zoran Mamdani focused on making sure that New York remains a sanctuary city. He says he believes what President Trump told him in that meeting. How will it all play out? They're going to have inevitable policy differences moving forward. Could we see that bromance start to splinter, Dan? Okay.
We'll be watching this morning at 10. As always, Kristen, thank you. Meet the Press right here after 11 Live Weekend Morning News.